How to fix a relationship that has been hurt. To mend a broken relationship, you'll have to show that you're honest, responsible, and reliable. Talk to your partner and set aside time to get closer to them. Getting help from a professional can also help. Even though you've heard it a million times, it's important to say it again. Even the best relationships have problems. Building a healthy, happy relationship takes work and isn't always easy, especially when trust has been broken. Stone Crawshaw, a clinical psychologist, says that problems are a normal part of life and of being in a relationship. And the goal is not to dwell on the past, but to work together to make something important. How do you do that, then? Here are some tips to get you started, whether you're dealing with the aftermath of a betrayal or trying to keep a long-distance relationship going. When someone breaks your trust. When trust is broken, there will be a rift between people. Even though it might hurt to talk about these things, putting them off won't help anyone in the long run. 1. If you did something wrong, own up to it. If you've been unfaithful or broken your partner's trust, it's important to take full responsibility for what happened and understand how your actions hurt your partner. Don't get defensive or try to cover up your mistake, but don't hate yourself either. Crawshaw says, you should own it in a loving way that makes room to start rebuilding trust. In short, take responsibility for your actions, but don't try to defend them or put the blame on someone or something else. 2. Give your partner a chance to win back your trust. Even though it's okay to feel hurt and angry, you should still want to fix the relationship. Crawshaw says, trust can't be rebuilt until the person whose trust was broken gives their partner a chance to earn it back. Don't know where to begin? We can help you rebuild trust with our guide. 3. Practice radical transparency. Crawshaw tells couples not to bottle up their feelings but to be radically honest with each other about what has hurt them. This means putting everything out there, even if some of it makes you feel a little silly or self-conscious. If you were the one who broke trust, you also have to be very honest with yourself about why you did what you did. Was it just a mistake of judgment? Or were you trying to mess things up because you didn't know how to get out of them? To be honest with each other, you need to be brutally honest with yourselves first. 4. Get help from a professional. Everyone in a relationship can be hurt when trust is broken. If there has been a big break, you might want to work with a trained therapist who specializes in relationships and can help you heal. 5. Give the person you hurt compassion and care. If you've hurt your partner, it's easy to feel bad about yourself over and over again. That won't help either of you, though. Instead of beating yourself up all the time about what you did wrong, try putting that energy into caring for and being kind to your partner. When you're in a relationship with someone far away, being away from each other most of the time can be hard on a relationship. Everyone has to put in extra work to keep the romance alive. 6. Plan for what people want. Talk to your partner and set some ground rules that take into account the fact that you only want to be with each other. If you are honest and clear about what you want from the start, things are less likely to go wrong down the road. 7. Have regular visits planned. Crawshaw says, it's so important for couples to know when they're going to see each other so they can look forward to those times and make plans to make them special. Research has shown that long-distance relationships are less stressful and more satisfying when both people plan to see each other again. 8. Make time for online dating. If you live too far away or don't have enough money to plan time together, Crawshaw suggests setting up regular online dates with a theme or specific focus. Don't just talk about the things you always talk about. You could make a meal together, watch a movie while the video chat is open, play a virtual game, or even take turns reading a short story out loud. 9. Don't let your partner be the center of your life. In a long-distance relationship, it's important to work on getting closer, but that shouldn't take up all of your time. Even if you miss the other person a lot, don't forget about other things that are important to you. Keep up with your hobbies and interests. Being your person is an important part of a happy and healthy relationship. When you share a home, No matter how you look at it, going through a hard time with someone you live with is stressful. 10. Plan a couples meeting once a week. Crawshaw says that you and your partner should set up a time each week to talk about hard topics like money, sex, and trust so that they don't come up in all of your interactions. 11. Learn to make deals. Every relationship needs both people to give and take. When you live in close quarters, it can help you be happier and more fulfilled if you try to meet the other person's needs and likes without giving up your own. Think about making a temporary deal that lets each of you relax at home by yourself. For example, you might go to the gym a little later on Tuesdays and Thursdays while they hang out with a friend on Mondays and Wednesdays. 12. Spend time with friends you don't know through your partner. Spending time with your friends can have a big effect on your mental health and help you feel more like yourself. Remember that staying close to your partner means having a life outside of your relationship. 13. Lovingly touch each other. Crawshaw tells couples to hug each other often in a way that shows they are fully present and connected. When you hold hands or hug someone, oxytocin is released. This chemical can make you feel happier and less stressed. If you aren't getting along well right now, this might be easier to say than to do. Try starting slowly. Just putting your hand on theirs can show that you still care. 14. Don't let love get you hooked. Deep level intimacy is about building a satisfying and meaningful relationship that isn't always based on romantic gestures. Everyone wants to be swept off their feet once in a while, but it's important to respect and enjoy your partner for who they are, not just for what they can give you. When you just got into a big fight. After a big fight, it can feel impossible to pick up the pieces. Try these things to help you and your partner move on. 15. Talk skillfully. After everyone has calmed down, it's important to give each person a chance to say what they want to say. Try to give each person a chance to say what they think. Sofia Zykowska, PhD, a relationship expert, and psychologist in Montreal, says that being open and honest about one's thoughts and plans about the relationship itself and the future can restore or create a sense of safety in the relationship. 16. Talk from the heart. If you want your partner to hear you, you need to say what you're feeling underneath all the tension. For instance, don't say things like, "You did this to me." Instead, say something like, "When X happens, I feel Y, and I think it would be helpful if you could do Z to make me feel better or stop that from happening again." 17. Pay attention. If you're making a counter-argument in your head while your partner talks, you're not listening. You're getting ready to fight or defend yourself, Zykowska says. She also says that winning a fight is never really winning. If your partner feels like they lost, it will probably lead to more distance, tension, and resentment, so in the long run, you both lose. 18. Don't do it again. Zykowska says that when rebuilding a relationship, you should treat it like a new one instead of trying to save an old one. Seeing it this way gives us a chance to set rules and limits from the start. This means trying to figure out what's going on and working through it, as well as letting go of old grudges you've been holding on to. When you just aren't feeling it. A lack of passion or feeling doesn't necessarily mean that your relationship is over. 19. Think about the good things about your relationship. Spend a week noticing or writing down everything right that your partner does. Researchers have found that we tend to see what we're looking for. If you look for reasons to be mad or upset with your partner, you'll probably find them. But this also works the other way around. Keep an eye out for the good stuff. 20. Thank them for the little things. Also, don't just watch your partner do good things without saying anything. Thank them when they do something helpful, even if it's just cleaning up the kitchen after a meal. 21. Have fun together. You just get stuck in a rut sometimes. Even if it sounds like a cliche, taking even a few hours to go do something different can make a big difference. Psychological research shows that when couples play together, they feel happier and have more positive feelings. Try taking a break from your usual routine and doing something new and uplifting instead. Keep the spark. Here are some suggestions to help you get started. Take a class together just once. Grab a deck of cards or a board game you both used to love and go to the park. Read your local weekly paper to find out about strange things that happened. Even if you don't know much about the event, make plans to go together, whether it's a car show or a craft fair. 22. Keep in touch and talk to each other. Psychowska says to talk about how to take care of each other emotionally. What does this mean in real life? First, agree to tell each other when you feel like you're getting farther apart. Sit down and talk about what might be going on. Have both of you been busy with work? Has it been too long since you two just spent the day together? Dedication to the partner is just as important as dedication to the relationship, she says. Does it make sense? There is no simple answer. At the end of the day, you'll have to decide if the relationship is worth the work it will take to save it. It's also important to make sure that everyone wants to save the relationship. If you're the only one willing to do the work, it's not likely that you'll be able to make things right. Also, any kind of abuse, whether physical, verbal, or emotional, is a warning sign. Remember that signs of toxicity can be hard to spot. Do you try to be careful around your partner? Have you lost your sense of who you are?